will clean that up eventually. Alright, I'm home. Get this stuff on. Alright, so this is my apartment right now in East Williamsburg, Brooklyn. You're probably wondering why I'm already here in New York. I'll get to explain all of that, why I'm applying to this giveaway, and what I'm planning to do in 2020 in this video. I wanted to supplement my application and just get to talk to you guys so you get to know a little bit more about me outside of what I wrote. And it's January 7th, the day before the application is due. Before I talk about my plan for 2020, I kind of want to explain how I got into photography, where I was in my last job, and what I decided to do this past year. So yeah, it all started in high school. My passion for photography is when it kind of started really early on when I got, I guess, a smartphone and just started taking photos casually of my day-to-day life. Instagram just blew up in like 2018, I think, and yeah, I just started posting photos through that. They were just a form of me expressing my creativity and how I saw the world. I know it was for a Christmas gift, probably like 2010 or something. I got my first DSLR camera I asked my dad for, and that was just like a super exciting time. I went out and watched a bunch of videos, read some online blogs on how to expose correctly, what aperture and ISO were, and just getting to know the basics of shooting digital photography. And then it was in my junior year of high school that I took a digital photography class, and that was kind of like a step up in not just learning the basics of shooting, but also editing on Photoshop and Illustrator, and sort of creating a style and just really exploring. A couple years later, I got a full scholarship to Stanford University. That moment, to this day, I still can relive it. When I went to Stanford, I had really no idea what I wanted to study. I did a summer program before coming to Stanford that was like kind of show you the different kinds of engineering programs that are offered at Stanford, and I ended up falling in love with one called product design, and that's what I ended up majoring in, and I loved it. It was a great degree. It really taught you about design thinking. It just wasn't engineering, but it incorporated psychology, art, and design thinking methods from the D school. Junior year and senior year, I started to really kind of like miss taking photos, and I wanted to create more artistic photographs, and I've always been interested in fashion magazines and sort of, the creative aspect of directing a shoot and shooting it and editing it and being the owner of that entire creative direction. Senior year is when I linked up with one of my best friends from the product design program. Her name is Panuki. We ended up doing an independent study together, similar to what I did in my senior year of high school, but this time I created a course in digital photography, and the whole point of it was to create little vignettes. Basically, we did a photo shoot every week. They pushed us to mood board, create shoots, find models, a stylist, and really just crank out some content. And we called it Spectrum, and it's still a blog on Tumblr. And yeah, you can find it online. And I think that moment right there, my spring quarter at Stanford was such a defining moment, and really making me realize, like, man, I really do love photography, and I loved this entire process, and it really felt like work. It just felt like I was living. But yeah, so I graduated from Stanford in 2017. Right now in my head, I'm like, okay, I got a product design major. I'm gonna go try it out, work in a design firm and see how it goes. And so I worked at a furniture company called Pear, based in San Francisco, for just about 2 years. I started February of 2018 as an intern, and within 4 months, by May, I was hired on as a full-time employee on the engineering team. It was an amazing experience. I truly loved the people that I worked with. I think just after 2 years, I really reflected on my time in San Francisco and my time at the company, and how I just felt as a designer and where I wanted my career to go. And in the back of my mind, it was still, photography was still in my head, and I was like, I need to try this at least. I need to give it a chance. A lot of time reflecting on that big decision, and in September of this year, 2019, I decided to quit as a full-time employee. Luckily, when I explained this decision, my job was pretty understanding actually. I was surprised, and they offered me to stay on part-time to keep working with them while I look for jobs in photography. So I ended up doing that. I'm still working for them while I'm here in New York City. It's been a great opportunity because financially I still need it, but it allows me to have more flexible hours and pursue some gigs. So yeah, that was September of 2019. As soon as I got back, I guess within a month, I started to reach out to friends and contacts and my network through Stanford to see if I can talk to anyone that was in the fashion photography industry. And again, that's where I reached out to Mark, and he linked me up to a couple photographers here in New York. One of them, which I ended up meeting in person, and he introduced me to the studio manager for Hook Studio in Brooklyn. And that was sometime in the end of November, and I signed on to work as a production assistant. And that's why I'm here right now. I just moved to this apartment beginning of this month, January, right as this giveaway was announced. Honestly, this giveaway would be such a blessing, mainly financially, because I wouldn't have to worry about rent, food, transportation, and I could use that money to spend it on equipment, buying film and getting it developed, which could cost a lot. It's about, right now, $30 a roll to get it developed and scanned. I could use it to rent a studio space, which would be huge. One of the big things that I'm focusing on this year is getting more experience in the studio, and it would just help, help me save money, because right now, luckily in the past 2 years, I was able to save a good amount of money to take this risk to invest in myself, but it would be tight. Just cost of living in New York is expensive, as I'm starting to realize, so quickly that allowance is shortening, and this would be a really big help for me. In addition to the financial help, I also would be really looking forward to the mentoring and networking that I would get through Casey Neistat and Ryan. I think it would be really helpful for me as someone that knows the creative aspect of my profession, but probably could use more help on building my own business and learning the ins and outs of branding myself. So I just want to end by saying that I'd like to thank everyone who's involved in this giveaway and just create an opportunity to change someone's life. Thank you for taking the time to read through all the applications and seeing the videos. And yeah, just hoping that I get some good news on January 22nd. So I'm gonna go make some lunch now, and I hope you guys have a great day. So thank you. I'll see you later.